just because the Indian Super League finished a few weeks ago doesn't mean Indian football goes to sleep. Far from it. It's awake, and it's well. But how well? Let's discuss. The I-League, Alex. What on earth is this?
Well, the I-League is the Indian League.
Right.
The Indian Super League was sort of a 10-week, really, I don't know, mega tournament.
Glittery, confetti-based football, lots of marquee players,
lots
Perez
of Bollywood,
sauntering around, Anelka, all that.
Yeah, and a lot of talk of it was about building a legacy, building a lot of coaching, and then helping to improve the I-League, which is India's domestic footballer, founded in its current form in 2007. Was the NFL? Not to be confused with...
copyright issues there.
Yeah, it was the NFL from 1996, and it runs from January till May, has 10 teams, each playing 18 games. But the issue is, I mean, you look at the I-League, and it was getting on average about 20,000 people, a lot of razzmatazz, a lot of interest. But see, the I-League last season, it got an average of 5,600 people. Not great. A lot of the time you see teams playing in empty stadiums. There's actually only 2 teams in the whole league that averaged over 10,000 spectators last year. A lot of sort of spectators and fans and marketers will say that it's down to a lack of marketing, really, and also the fact that a lot of games are actually just played in the afternoon, both at weekdays and weekends.
Bit hot.
But apparently, I was looking at this, it's too hot for fans. What about the players? You think that maybe there's an
two
issue
and
for
two
them?
together there.
So it's a little bit too hot. So it's not, got a great following. So part of the thinking behind the Indian Super League was that to generate this interest in football, that once that finishes in December, people will go, right, this is really good. I don't have to wait another year for this. And they go straight into the I-League. So still early days yet, and I think it's going to be very hard to... the little thermometers in his mouth, but we're not quite sure.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4... I think we've had 3 or 4 games of the season so far, so it's hard to see at this stage the knock-on effect of the Indian Super League. But I guess notable comparisons, and part of me feels bad that we're always looking out for big names, but there are no big names of note that I'm aware of.
Well, I've been doing research.
You've got some obscure sort of English-born players.
So top scorer ever in the I-League is Adafe Onyeka Okole, Nigerian chap, and also Ranty Martins is another Nigerian chap
Martins
who've been banging them in. But the first guy, Adafe, he scored most of his goals for Churchill Brothers. Great name team. But I don't know where they are now. They don't seem to be in the first division. And I can't find a second division table or find out...
Alex, look down the camera.
Sorry.
So make an appeal.
Churchill Brothers, where are you? And also, could the web administrators of the I-League second division please get your website up and running? Because I don't know what's going on there.
It's tricky. It's not optimised for mobile.
But that's an interesting one. So shame that Churchill Brothers have disappeared. But we do have some other teams. We've got Sunil Chetri there. He was the joint top scorer last season, the only Indian to get the Golden Boot, and he's I think the top scorer for the Indian national team ever, 43 goals.
Nice.
Also, if my memory serves me correctly, so a little cheat sheet here, second Indian footballer in the modern era to move abroad when he signed for the Kansas City Wizards in 2010. So he's been around a little bit. So he's the big sort of Indian homegrown name. But other than that, he shared the Golden Boot with a few last season, including Scotland's Darryl Duffy.
Yeah.
He plays for Sal Goakar, and he's played for Falkirk, Brecon City and Bristol Rovers, amongst others.
And an appearance for Rangers.
Yeah. I don't think I made an appearance. Yeah, a long time ago. But I know you mentioned before the show you want a team that we should support.
Yeah, like where to begin?
Well, I was having a look. So you've got, after 3 games, at the top you had Royal Wahindo FC, who've come up from the second division and just made a storming start. They got pumped 4-0 by our team, Bengaluru FC.
Whoa, they're big boys, aren't they?
They're big. Well, you think that. So they only came into existence last year, first season, won the title.
Western Sydney Wanderers.
All thanks to their manager, Ashley Westwood.
Huh?
Ashley? Ashley Westwood. He was previously player caretaker manager at Kettering Town, graduate of Manchester United's academy. He's played for Crewe, Wrexham, Northampton, Sheffield Wednesday, and has coached for Portsmouth and Blackpool. Comes in, just takes him to the title.
Don't worry about it.
He's a Brit, he's representing, he's out there, getting behind the team.
Fantastic. We need to get him on the show.
I'll see what I can do. I'll dial him up. But yeah, he seems to be doing all right. I think Poon FC as well are up there as well, and they also had a Super League team, so it'll be interesting to see how much support has transferred over.
One shout out for one Indian player. It's called Romeo Fernandez.
Oh, wow.
Another great name. But
up there with Javier Balboa.
He is an Indian, born and bred, and he played in the Indian Super League as well. I can't remember the name of the team, but it was Zico's team. Do you remember? Zico and Perez.
That might have been FC Pune City.
Yeah, it could well be. He scored 2 goals there, but it was interesting how both Zico and Perez were went on the record to sort of say this guy's pretty talented, and he's playing in the I League as well. And you wonder whether it's just a matter of time before he actually gets picked up.
Well, that's what you hope for, a bit of transfer from, especially those Indian players who do play in the I League, and then guys who play in the Super League and then go to the I League, teach everyone what they learn. A lot of the thinking behind getting the designated players over, the big names over, was to teach people stuff. So hopefully, a positive impact.
Share the wealth of experience.